Hello everyone, I'm Hori, and let's see what happened yesterday. So yesterday I did a recording, and I identified the possibility of having an SFP over here taking out this liquidity. The SFP happened, and even if you were like to wait for a higher time frame confirmation, not to execute on small time frames, you would have had a 0.40% stop loss for a 3% move. Then, in yesterday's video, I'm rushing this a little bit because I don't like that in hindsight. But if you want to just go back and check yourself, it is you can do that. So I was waiting for this leg here to be fixed. This move up, it wasn't good at all. I talked about it yesterday, and I told you that usually this type of price action, especially this, where you don't have any support and resistance, and basically you don't have a market structure, and the move is not sustained and initiated by, I don't know, big longs coming in, because there were no big longs over here. There were just shorts closing, getting liquidated, and small longs coming in, longs taking profit. So this one wasn't healthy at all. Also, this kind of move also is not healthy when it happens, because it is like just a small grind down on 1 minute. You have absolutely no market structure, and basically most times this is easily gets faded and fixed. So over here yesterday I was looking for the SFP to the highs over here. Somebody might have told you, or might tell you that it was an anchored VWAP. Somebody else might tell you that it was a CC, and all of this who's right, who's wrong, whose TA is better, and doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We identified here a range. We identified the possibility of having an SFP because there was liquidity resting. We got the SFP and we moved down. Uh, just to wrap this up, we came and happened as I thought it might happen. And here I'm gonna cover this afterwards. These sides where you didn't actually touch the supply, range supply, that it was created over here, and you didn't touch the range demand that was created over here. What does this tell me next? That when we're gonna come here, there is a okay, the possibility of hitting SFP in this low, moving back up exists, but the probability is lower. And usually, when you front run, when you don't have the proper move from the proper levels, usually they get invalidated, like they get faded. Or sometimes it will happen that it comes, you do the SFP, you hit this demand, you do the SFP, but it would be just a small bounce for continuation. So just to finish with yesterday's point of view, what I thought it might happen. One thing I don't remember actually. Now I'm in doubt. I didn't think I pointed out this 5 minute demand over here, but what I know for sure, I said that I'm targeting the view up close, that I would like to have the SFP of this low, which fair enough on a higher time frame, maybe the 1 hour, not even. Okay, if it is not on the one, yeah, okay, you have it on the 4 hour, doesn't really matter. And sometime in the future, I'm gonna talk about how the markets have changed, and the SFPs now they are no longer what they used to be. But basically, we wanted the deviation of this low reclaimed. It happened almost exactly as I did with this doodle here, and they said that I also want to come into this stupid trend line, deviated. And if you look on the 3 minutes, it was a very nice trade. Look at the doodle. Look what happened here. You deviated the low, the trend line, backtested the low, rejected, backtested the trend line, support, Then you move above the trend line, above the low, back test again, and here you should have been like your, let's call it safe entry, although there isn't anything safe 100%, but there are trades with higher probability of playing out. So if you didn't take anything like in here, you could have taken take this one over here. It would have been 0.40%, exactly what I anticipated yesterday when I said that it is going to be a 0.40% stop loss. Take this and you run it all the way up uh, 2%. Okay, now that we are done with just repeating what we anticipated that was going to happen yesterday, and actually I don't even like this word anticipate or predict. It is just what's the highest probability of price action to develop in one way or another or play a certain scenario. Okay, now that this is out of the way, I started telling you about this demand over here, this supply over here. Both of them, they are, I'm missing now the word, not mitigated, but doesn't matter. They were front run, basically. So the possibility of SF being this high into this demand and come lower exists? Yes, of course. Is it probable? Yes. Is it a high probability trade? Maybe not. Maybe not. And I would not put the house on it. And the same thing over here. A big. You should like always put into frame the bigger picture. The bigger picture now is that we had the bearish weekly close, a bearish couple of days. Bad news with the news from China, and now it is very important, the FOMC. This type of news, they are always tricky to play, and I would recommend you just to sit back because nothing major will happen. Nothing major will happen, and most of the times the price action will give you the possibility to jump back in the trade. So if the volatility kicks in, I'm most probably looking to fade it. And what could happen today? I doubt that we just reject from here. I think we're gonna move higher if we are going to move higher. And I'm just gonna try to scalp. And afterwards we will see the how is going to be the daily close, and that will solidify another bias or expectations for the future. So I would look I would look to come and SFP this 105 480 115.5, let's call it. There is a probability that we don't go there and we just get to this point of control. We'll see how big the move is, where the wick will land. But it is also a major fact to consider and to take into account, especially when you play these news events, how price develops. Because you could see something like it goes here, okay? Then technical analysis TA. I always get confused with these terms that I should actually use properly to sound good on the internet, to seem smart and shit, but it doesn't matter. Nonetheless, even if you reject from here, maybe you will find support, because what's acting as resistance right now, break upwards, theoretically should act as support. Can we reject from here and go whoop straight down? 100%. But I would look for support here and then drive it, or to SFP over here, or to SFP over here. But bear in mind that, again, is it possible to SFP over here and just come straight down? Yes. Is it probable? Well, this depends a lot on the FOMC. depends a lot of how much time we spend over here. Because if it is a straight move up, okay, you have a again a small wick above SFP. Risk reward tells you that it is worth taking. You're monitoring price action immediately. When you see, I don't know, support over here or price coming back, you just close your trade. Yeah, it's fine. You did a scalp, whatever the move is going to be. But most important, we'll see what happens at the press conference with Powell, and afterwards, based on the daily close, we'll be able to have further bias. Nonetheless, so this will be my two levels for the upside to short. Probability number one, possibility number one, the POC, SFP of this supply range high, SFP of equal highs. If we move above here, and by the way, all together, if we start having a price action over 105, 105.45, let's call it, and you see price stalling here and above possibility and probability, it is for higher. And I'm not really looking to what everybody else is looking to short over here, because most probably we will go higher. Though can the price come here to the SFP of these equal highs and reject from what we were looking the other days, the other week to short? Yeah, maybe. It's relative now. It is very relative, being a news event. On the long side, I don't really think this is going to hold here. I really do not think, like, I would say low probability. I would say that all of this gets taken out, and then we're gonna come to what I showed you yesterday, the level that everybody looks at, the POC with the golden pocket, blah 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 shit, all of that beautiful confluence, which I actually shared the chart with you, and I said that it is the mother load of confluences. Okay, maybe, maybe we'll monitor. But my next bet, it would be to come into this anchored re-op over here in our daily demand, and maybe have a bounce from here. Again, it is all a game of possibilities, probabilities, having the levels and take action when price comes to the level. Do you see something bullish, bearish? Do you think see anything to long or short? Okay, go on. If not, just lie back, wait for a range to be created, and there's the safer play. If we come and jump bounce from here, we have a bounce. Then again, we have like it's a constant moving parts, and afterwards you will have to evaluate, like, if we have a good reaction from here, what happens? Do you come back over here, and this what it stands now as a demand becomes supply, you reject it and come lower? It is possible. Reclaim, okay, bullish, look for a small back test, we drive it back up. So the fact that your bias or my bias or the outlook for the day tells you higher or low, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't take trades like this, because at the end of the day, we're talking a 3.5%. And as shown yesterday, you don't need like amazingly big move swing trades and whatever. You plan, you execute, you take high possible probable trades, and you end up with a 3% down, and you end up with okay, this is the ideal world where you have the good entry, the perfect exit, and you fully close the position, and the 2% up, 5% for the day. Okay, many don't make this much in putting the money in the bank for 6 months, and you just did it in 12 hours a day. This is the beauty of being a trader. So let's finish, wrap it up with here with what might happen. Okay, so I talked about this level. To the upside, I think I gave some targets, fib based targets, and if there is like, I don't know, a big sell off, the next big level that I would be interested in, it's gonna be this other anchored re-op that we basically touched with this low that we've put over here, and and over here is gonna be the value area low of the range, which by my standards, I'm taking this as being the low of the range. It would be a very, 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 very nice trade that fits my one of my concepts. One of the concepts is called the FRGR 2.0, meaning that it is a thing that Sergio Tesla came with. By the way, follow Sergio; he's a great, amazing analyst and trader. Where you front runners get wrecked. I think that was the definition, where you actually front run a level and afterwards you come and take those front runners out. And I call it FRGR 2.0 because it is a tweak to Sergio's concept. And basically, okay, distribution, accumulation, blah blah shit, all of those things, but I think I have a better explanation for that stuff. Like everybody that took the SFP of these equal lows over here, SFP of this low put over here, I would not be surprised, and I would be monitoring, expecting, and play this if it happens like this, where you come all the way down, and you take out in this area over here, you take out all the SFP traders. So the duty of a trader, scalper especially, and when you play the market structure and the range low, always look for the longs. So I will not be surprised at all if we come all the way till here. We actually don't take the low and we go higher. But again, a thing that I always do, it is to monitor. Once I'm in the trade, I look for the other way, just like you would look to short. So if I'm taking the short over here, I'm gonna look for, okay, what do I have over here to be support for me to be able to long. And that's how you can judge the move, and you can take profits, move your stop loss, break even, and all the other stuff. And yeah, what I wanted to just to wrap this up, because it's close to New York, half an hour, and I want to be present for that. Another level that I have over here, and just like this, we covered almost everything till my most important level, as I call it, the 18-hour demand that we have over here. Another one would be 87.657, whatever it is there. That's also very, very important. And maybe we get like a larger accumulation over here. And I bet you by the time we are at these levels over here, everybody's gonna call for zero. That doesn't matter, because as long as you play the price action, the structure, and all the other concepts that we have and we identify, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if Bitcoin is gonna go to 1 million or to zero. As long as you can make your 1, 2, 3% a day, you're golden. One thing that actually I want to, no matter what happens, I want to emphasize, it is that previous Monday I said that here we had a bad close on the daily. let's just this was a bad close on the daily. Over here, actually, it was Tuesday, but it was the Asia Open, the transition between Monday and Tuesday. So that's why I said on Monday you had here a weekly swing failure pattern, SFP. Then you had the daily actually closing under previous all-time high. As I said back then, at least in the near future, this is not bullish at all. What's bullish, and it's gonna be bullish. This was bullish this week over here, unless it was just, as it happens often, a big FOMO trading. As you can see from this close over here, and this is another thing that I'm gonna, let me see if I have it somewhere else. Dun, dun, not this, not this, not this, maybe this. Yeah, let's just, yeah. Um, you can draw general support areas based on the daily closes, and we were expecting this to be a good support. That's why I'm saying that uh, this week over here was good for transition in the possibility probability to transition bullish. But if we are gonna close a daily or a weekly, not or a weekly, a daily would confirm further downside, at least till the bottom of the range. A weekly will give us more incentive to believe that maybe we're gonna go and take everything over here. But yet again, I repeat, I think I said it also yesterday. In a bullish price action environment and bull market, where everybody calls hundreds of thousands and millions and billions, you actually don't have to take all of this liquidity. You don't have to come this low. So this being done, and we are done with this, I wanted to cover Ethereum a little bit, and more than this, Ethereum BTC. To be honest with you, it was a real entertainment for me, and fun to see and watch how everybody was so bullish on Ethereum, and they were all waiting for, oh, just because and actually, if you just let me just to understand a little bit better what I'm trying to say. You're following the market structure, and yes, you're not wrong. Following the market structure, as I say, market structure, price action, and volume are the three pillars of trading. Actually, no. Let me correct myself. Not trading, but doing TA. Because trading, executing, managing a position size, having the proper risk management, that's total another thing. Okay, so ever since, let's say, 28 September 2023, yeah, okay. So you had here a nice breaking structure on the daily, because you come, you take all of this low high low 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 high low low blah blah blah, this nonsense story that till a certain point makes sense, but once I will tell you my point of view and how I see it. Okay, you have the breaker structure on the daily. Oh, bullish. I'm gonna swap to Ethereum. Good luck. Okay, then you come, you do here lower lows. Again, you have the breaker structure, and oh, bullish. I'm doing the transition, the swap between Ethereum. Oh, wait, I'm on the 3 day. I'm on, yeah, I had a little bit of concern because it was more clean on another chart than when I was showing to somebody else. Yeah, 1 day. So you can see over here how many times you transitioned from bearish to bullish, and actually in an overall trend, At least if you look on the weekly, there isn't, and even on the weekly, like if you don't follow the exact like lower high lower low lower high whatever, you just take this low over here, and you would say that it got SFP'd, and you put a higher high, a relative higher high on the weekly over here. Then you come, you take this low over here, and again you have lower low lower high lower low higher high on the weekly. Listen, I called it over here. Like I was talking, I want to see this level reclaimed, and then we can talk bullishness. And not to blow my own horn, but in all fairness, like 2 or 3 years, almost 3 years ago, I called for the 0.30 level, just because I've seen, and I could see like at least, I don't know how to explain it. Call it gut feeling, whatever you want, but my TA and gut feeling and whatever told me that we're gonna come here, and I called it, and it happened. Okay. Then over the time, I said that I want to see lows holding, not on the daily and on the weekly continuously make a lower low, to have a daily break of market structure, just to transition again bullish. And to be in all honesty and fairness, you would have been way better all of this time just to be long on BTC, and all of this rise when it happened on Ethereum BTC to short Ethereum, and you would have been great. The fact that so many people, and don't judge me wrong, like I see nothing bullish here, like just the rest of the people. But one of the things that I'm trying to do, although it is not smart, but it is and it's super risky, but it pays well, pays well, very well. When also I talked in the past, I talked a little bit about counter trending the trend. When all of them they will give up on BTC, and they will say, okay, it is done. Especially like consider consider Bitcoin going to my 18-hour level, or even lower, 70, 60. Anyways, under 80, it is you can call it like bad in the sense, at least near term, or till we reclaim the range and transition bullish again. So imagine where Ethereum is gonna be there. And just because everybody is bearish and doesn't have any interest for ETH, that's why I'm interested for in ETH, and looking to buy. Especially that for me it makes sense, because if I play every level that makes logic in the downside, and take profit, move stop loss, break even, and all of the proper risk management, it makes sense for me, because I'm short from 4K, and I took out only 50% of the trade. So just to wrap this up over here with Ethereum BTC, I said in the past that this level I wanted when we came over here. I said that this box, I wanted it to hold, and I wanted to reclaim here and have a several day price action above, and a weekly to close above. That didn't happen. We came over here, retested this box, which I've put it as a support resistance for the ETH BTC. It held, moved above, and then gave it all back. Now the two levels that I have over here, that I was pointing also in the chart, it is previous week low that we backtest, tried to move above, didn't happen. And this one over here, I think it is the most important level ever on this chart. It is the all-time POC, all-time, meaning the all the price action since there is a pair Ethereum against BTC. If we close this week under the previous week low, is not looking good. Is not looking good. If we close under all-time POC, is not looking good. I could see another drive down, like it will be like a capitulation for all the ETH hoppers bulls, and that's when we should step in. It will be the this weekly that I have here 027 31. I hope it doesn't happen because if this does happen, it will be a pain for everybody that holds Ethereum or altcoins. And another thing that I just wanted to cover because there was somebody saying that it is stupid, or maybe the stupid wasn't used, but it was like induced the idea that it is stupid and you will never see me long on Bitcoin and short on another asset or the other way around. Oh well, when you know, let's say, and I'm not saying that what somebody else does it is wrong, or what I do it is because I hate these persons that they say that what they do and what they preach, it is the bread and butter of trading, and there is they hold the absolute truth. Like those guys that knock to your door, and my God, it is the God, the best God, the only God. That's in my point of view, without offending anyone, a narrow-minded person. And just to prove this, I shorted Eagled on on the 17th of January. 17th of January was when this high. Let me just move to higher time frame. It seems that I'm rushing stuff a little bit, and I'm not making not taking enough time to explain everything. It is because I am rushing because there are like 15 minutes still in New York, and I'm very much curious what's going to happen. Although I believe that nothing much is going to happen till FOMC, and more than that, the FOMC conference. So on the 17th of December, December was it 10, December? Let me just, now I'm confused. When was this one? 17th of January. January. So 17th of January. Yeah, yeah. It was the when we rejected from the POC of the high that was put on 17th of December. Over here, at this point, I shorted Eagle because it made sense for me. And look at its performance. Look at it, how it went down. It was an amazing trade. Somewhere over here, 37 and a little bit. I shorted it 30% down. 30% down when actually Bitcoin from the all-time high that it put, it is 7%. So it is essential in my point of view to monitor BTC. It is essential because just to finish with the Eagle, and why I shorted it because I was monitoring the ETH Bitcoin pair. And what I wanted to say, like when you trade alts, in my opinion, if you don't monitor the pair in Bitcoin, you're gonna suffer, at least in the short term. Although maybe in the overall time frame of, I don't know, a day, a week, whatever, you're gonna do just fine because maybe the price of the altcoin will catch up. In the short term, you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna get wrecked. But this is a very, very good example of holding a 30% short while Bitcoin was making a new all-time high. Okay, being done with this, going back to Ethereum and continuing the idea that it is important to monitor. And now I will say why it is important to monitor the ETH-BTC and the pair in BTC for the altcoin that you are trading. Look at this spike over here on Ethereum Bitcoin. And look where it was over here on Ethereum. When you're gonna have bullish price action on ETH-BTC and you're gonna see it moving up, you're gonna have this type of divergence between Ethereum and Bitcoin. And let's say how it is over here. Let's say that Bitcoin is doing lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and Ethereum is gonna do a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Why? Because the dominance of BTC is strong, and that's why when you see it BTC strong, when you are planning to long Bitcoin, just I don't know, do your TA on Bitcoin, whatever, do your trades on Bitcoin long, but put more emphasis on Ethereum. If it BTC it is stronger because it's gonna hold the level, it's gonna do higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and when finally Bitcoin moves, Ethereum we're gonna move way more. In this case over here, it is complete opposite. When ETH-BTC is a weak asset, you're gonna look to short Ethereum. And also, it's funny how I don't know, some people do not understand or do not want to understand, or because they maybe put too much emphasis and try to hold the, as I said, to the principle of their god being the best god, the only god. Like, oh, I don't need to track Ethereum, Bitcoin, or the pair in Bitcoin or whatever. I'm just gonna trade what's in front of me. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. Like, if you want to I don't know, long this 4H over here, you are happy with let's say, how much is it? 2%, 2.5%, 3% stop loss. You're aiming to, I don't know, take profit somewhere over here. Okay, that's perfectly fine. And as I said, nobody has the full truth about what's bad, what's wrong, what's the best TA or the wrong TA way of doing TA. Okay, I'm going too deep and I'm starting to stutter again, just like yesterday, and I don't like this. I think you got the idea. So, to have the best RR, and especially if you play small invalidations, like for example I do, for me it's not worth it to do this gamble. Okay, let me just see. This one I wanted to touch for today, and then we are good. We're gonna see what we get today. And afterwards, maybe in the evening, I'm gonna do another stream, another recording to see what happened and what levels got validated, invalidated, and what we might have next. Let me just see one thing. No, this is not the one. Wait. Patience. Patience. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay, let me just drag this at the window. And sometime soon, maybe not. I'm gonna talk about this thing also, but you've seen me in the Discord posting this chart over and over again. Hello, Elon. This is Bitcoin CME. Let me just electronical. Yeah, regular trading hours. And I'm monitoring these gaps. These gaps that are basically the difference of price in regular trading hours for New York and outside New York. And basically it works just like the CME gaps, just that they are more they happen more often. Many people don't get in, like many people. If you go on the internet, you will not find anything about RTH, or at least I didn't. Just just a good friend shared this with me, and afterwards I started to monitor, and I could find. So I have an edge here. So most of them they get filled. And especially like for example, you are I don't know, somewhere close close to the gap when New York opens. You will see that like New York doesn't want to miss the action and sometimes gets filled 100% or just 0.5%, which is the case over here, 0.5% filled. I would expect sometime in the future this one over here to get filled, which is 95-ish, 95-ish, which would be, because at the end of the day it is all a game of, as I said, and I'm again repeating myself, possibility, probability, and finding the best levels and confluence. And and it's gonna be over here. Just exactly what I talked about. The anchor view up into this daily demand, which actually goes all the way down if you put the daily time frame. But yet again, as I said, losing the 100, losing the range POC is not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good, at least for the near future. And again, it is for a daily close, and also now the weekly will tell us a story depending on how we closed. Okay, New York opens 3 minutes. I'm gonna let you hope this was helpful, useful for somebody. Let me know what you think, and yeah, talk to you soon. Bye bye.